Hello. Hope everyone's doing well. It's NB Closet Med Grower, and I'm back here at Colorado State University visiting some of the annual uh, trial flower gardens here. And pretty awesome stuff. Let me show you guys real quick. This is over behind the shade house. I actually fucked up and did a live a minute ago, walked through most of the trial garden, and then realized I had it on unlisted, so none of y'all could even fucking view. Damn, I'm retarded. So with that being said, let's smoke a bowl real quick. Let me see. Let's get you all set up incognito. Hope everyone's doing well out there on Instagram, or not Instagram, YouTube world. I was gonna go live on Instagram, but turns out Instagram doesn't, they're all messed up right now. Their live features aren't working and all sorts of shit. So it is what it is. Yeah, Scooby, what's up? So as you can tell, we're live, so if anyone's watching this later on, obviously I'm going to be reacting with some live comments, and that may or may not have anything to do with your viewing. So definitely hope everyone's doing well, though. I'm doing pretty good. We're way up here in Colorado. I got this little concentrate container, and I just packed a tiny bit of weed in here, but this weed is phenomenal. I'm going to let you know right now, this is D-Mac, and it was grown by Darkness Grows. Only got a little tiny bud with me, because that's all I brought with me. Here's that. Bam. The fuck? Tree just dropped some shit at me. Bastard. Yeah, I figured it'd be fun to come live on YouTube, smoke a little bowl with you guys, and show you some awesome gardens. So after we smoke a little bit, we will make sure to walk through this garden and show you some of the cool shit going on. Now, the only thing I got is this butane lighter. So let's hope I don't burn my fingers off. Hey, much love back to the UK, bud. Who else is in here? What's going on, brother? Irish guy living in Saskatchewan. Huh, so you went from cold to cold. Nice work. Nah, much love, much blessings to Saskatchewan and to Ireland, man. Hope everything's going well. Cheers, everybody. You're very welcome to this, kid. I would recommend going to a dentist next. Glad you can grow good weed, use it to make money, go to the dentist, fix the toothless problem. No, I'm just playing with you. Much love, bro. Yay, weeds. I'll give you all a quick view around real quick again while we smoke. This is the shade house on one end of the annual garden. The annual garden goes throughout all of this. You can kind of see all that color in there. Then if we go across the street there at the Performing Arts Center, the entire front section of this and the other edge of that building over there is all the perennial gardens. So in a few minutes we'll go walking through, as long as we got battery for it. I got like 40% left on my cell phone. So we'll see how it goes. But until then, we need to finish smoking. It's nice up here in Colorado, though, let me tell y'all. Cool, much love back to California and to the UK. Look at everyone shouting out their places. I actually have quite a few fans and a lot of viewership out of the UK that watch my channel for the small scale and closet growing. Much love to UK, definitely. That's in my future goal sometime, to make my way over to at least to London so I can visit some of the fans in the UK. You guys seem to be awesome and always give me a lot of positivity, so huge blessings back to UK. I swear it's weed. It's not the Rona. Now we got questions. Look, every time. Hello from Washington State. Hey, much love back to Washington State. My brother's actually up there in the Renton area. I do like Washington. What to do if my ppms come out less than what I put in? Up your feed, dude. If your ppms are draining out of the pot, or your runoffs coming out at a lower ppm than what you're regularly feeding, that means your plant's probably eating all the available ionized minerals out of that water solution. Therefore, there's not enough to reionize when you add new water to it. So yeah, chances are you're a little low on your actual nutrient input. So depending on how you're growing, that could mean, you know, organic methods of top dressing, cover crops, whatever you need to do to add inputs back into it. And obviously hydroponically or synthetically add some more nutrients, man. Up it by a couple hundred ppms probably. If you don't mind me asking, what ppm range are you in and what was your runoff at? That might be able to help you a little bit more at least. If I come to the UK, I should try Ireland too. I would love to go to Ireland, honestly. There's quite a few places in Europe I would love to visit, and Dublin, Ireland, and London, England are both on that list. So when we going to see a garden video of my plants? You can't right now, actually, because unfortunately I'm not growing any plants. I know a lot of you guys on YouTube might not know. Most on Instagram do that follow me there. But I actually moved to northern Colorado, so I now live in Colorado, and I currently don't have a garden going after the move. So I've been figuring out this move over the last 3 to 6 months or so, and I was going to move earlier in the spring, but with Corona and everything, it didn't line up to do that until midsummer. So I'm out here. Everything's going good. I'm actually going to school myself so I can get a legitimate horticulture degree instead of just all the self-taught crap that I regurgitate back to you. So yeah, get a little more of what I'm doing here. And let's face it, I like the climatized weather up here. I like seasons. I actually like snow. I don't like 115 degrees and dry, so even though I have a huge amount of love for Las Vegas and the southern Nevada region, I have a lot of friends there, I have a lot of everything there. It's where I've been the last decade. Yeah, it's time for me to go. I'm going to raise my family up here, move my whole family to northern Colorado. I'm actually living in Greeley, Colorado right now, but going to school in Fort Collins. And right now I am in Fort Collins at the Colorado State University campus. Cheers. I'll put out another video on that. I actually recorded a friend of mine's garden over here in the Denver area who grows some incredibly fireweed. So I look forward to putting that on YouTube for you guys here eventually. And I know a lot of you will enjoy that. I got some video of his outdoor with like 10 to 12 foot tall plants, about 3-4 weeks into flower, just fucking massive. They're trees of plants. So I got some cool shit to show you guys, just unfortunately because of my personal situations, moving to Colorado and all of the things entailing, I actually don't have any garden going right now. Well, that's a lie. I might have a couple plants outdoor that are just kind of hitting the season that a buddy of mine gave me after I got up here just to keep me by for the winter, but I don't have any indoor garden, and I don't plan on growing one till probably next spring. Oh, thanks, Bingus. Much love, man. How are you doing? Much love back to Bingus, too. If any of you guys don't know Bingus, go check out his YouTube channel. He has some pretty entertaining stuff going on there. He's a very, very awesome gentleman with an awesome garden, so well worth checking out. Thanks for stopping by, Bingus. Let's finish smoking this bowl so we can go look at some flowers, man. We're almost 10 minutes in. I'm busy rambling. We hadn't looked at none of this beautiful shit we got going on. But let's face it, I want to be good and high to go look at all these bright colors. Pretty cool up here too, man. It's about like 75 degrees, light breeze, maybe 80 at the most. It's about perfect out here. Do I have any good advice growing outdoors? I have an indoor right now. I want to start growing outside. Yeah, me too, Bingus. I guess there's some generic advice I can give you, but a lot of it depends on your zoning. depending on where you live, what kind of climate and what kind of environment you have, drastically changes how and what you're going to do outdoors. For a perfect example of that, while I was living in Las Vegas, I never vegged during the summer. I never did outdoor veg at all because it gets 110, 115 degrees with 5% or lower humidity. It is such a pain in the ass in order to veg a plant outdoors midsummer. But in Vegas, if you know what you're doing, you can have 2 outdoor seasons because you veg indoors in your air conditioning. Then you bring it outdoors in October when everyone else starts harvesting around the country, and you're far enough south it's still warm enough your plant can go up until December. Then you harvest in December and you got some nice Christmas bud. So then what you do is you then veg again, and come mid-February to late February in southern Nevada, you can put your plants outside again as soon as the temperatures start raising up just a little bit, and they'll flower out in the spring because the daylight's still short enough. So then you can get a second flower cycle in the spring in Vegas, but you get effectively no veg. Whereas most other climates, you know, you veg during the summer and then finish in the winter or in the fall. And depending on your climate, your humidity, your other environmental factors, depends on how you're going to grow that plant. So it can vary quite a bit on how you're going to grow your outdoor plant, mainly based on climate. So pay attention to your zonings, pay attention to the climate you're living in, and think about how the plant would affect to that. One generic piece of advice I can have for you, though, whenever you take a plant that's vegging indoors and you're taking it outdoors, especially if it's vegging under a lower intensity light like a T5 or something, make sure you climatize it to the outdoors. Don't just put it out in full sun for 10-12 hours a day. It's probably going to be pretty pissed off. But take it out for the first 3 to 5 days, maybe. Have it in an area that maybe gets an hour of sun, 2 hours of sun, and it's mainly in shade. And that'll help the leaves, it'll help the plant climatize to the outdoor growing conditions of your environment. And then after a few days, you can move it into its final location with a lot better sun, because let's face it, cannabis is a pretty sun-intensive plant. It needs a lot of light, so it is what it is. Cheers. No. Goddamn butane lighter. I forgot a regular lighter, so I only have this little mini torch. Works. It works, though. Got smoke in my sinuses. Got me fucked up. Let me put this away. Look, I did homeworks. My teacher can't fail me yet. Well, I still got to turn it in. Alright, y'all. Let's go walk around these gardens. This is what I really wanted to show you. I didn't really come on here to bullshit with you guys. I more came on here so we could walk around some gardens. So let's go get that footage and see what things look like. Again, if you guys have any questions, though, feel free to ask. I'll be interacting with the comments while you guys are viewing the plants. Yeah, let's start off in the shade house. This is the shade house portion of the Colorado State University annual trial gardens. For those that don't know, what the purpose of this trial garden is that they get a lot of different plants from all sorts of companies that actually sponsor them to have them here and test their newest varieties. So all this out is stuff made, cultivars made by breeders and seed producers that want it tested in different environments. So there's all sorts of different trial gardens at different universities all across the country. Colorado State University has a fairly big and fairly prominent one because it deals with, you know, higher altitudes. We're at over 5,000 feet, so we have very intense sun, very high UV. We're also somewhat semi-arid. It can get a little humid here, but not normally. It's usually fairly dry. And it's a somewhat unique climate type. So when these companies come out with new varieties, they want to test these varieties in those different climates to make sure that they work well before they mass produce these seed for, you know, the entire world, or where at least wherever they sell their seeds at, which most of these companies are at least national, if not worldwide, depending on what they're doing. So with that being said, this is the annual portion of the trial garden. There is a perennial trial garden on the other side of the street we'll try to get to also. Perennial trial garden does 3 years because perennial plants come back year after year, so they trial them for 3 years to see how they're going to go. Then they replace them out. All of these plants here are either annuals or they're perennials grown as annuals. And what I mean by that is annuals are plants that only go for one grow season, then they die off. And a perennial treated as an annual is usually a perennial you grow outside of its zoning. So say you have a perennial that needs, zone 10 through 12, like tropical warm climates. A lot of times they're very pretty flowers. And if they're a fast growing perennial that flowers the first year, a lot of people still grow them in, zones, say 4 through 8. But instead of those perennials coming back the next year, what happens is they end up dying off in the winter and they get treated as an annual. So this does have some perennials in it, but all the perennials on this side of the gardens are treated as annuals. Let's take a look here. These are impatiens for the most part. A lot of different impatiens. You can see these ones really don't like the sun. That's why they're in the shade. This one section right here that's getting full sun. See how wilted those leaves are? Look at these ones back here that are under the shade cloth. Full on shade variety. Beacon orange. It's a pretty one. Like that orange color. These ones are a different style of impatien. These are New Guinea Impatiens. This pink one's pretty. Good coloration on that. Some begonias. Look at the silver leaf begonia. There's not any flowers on this one right now, but that is a cool looking leaf. That leaf is like a mix between evergreen and silver. That's pretty unique. I like that. Silver treasure. There's another silver begonia style. These ones right here are my favorite of the begonias, especially this rose bicolor. Mainly because I seen so many bees here earlier today. For whatever reason, these large leaf begonias right here, the bees were all over. I must have seen like 300 bees just over these 4 rows. Between these 2 rows of pink and those 2 rows of white. Pretty awesome. So yeah, if you want pollinators in your garden, that might be your plant. You can see these ones over on the edge too that get some of the direct sun in the afternoon, aren't so happy with it. I like the leaf coloration on this hippo pink Hypowestes. And again, if I mispronounce any of this, I do kind of suck at taxonomy, so don't get into me about pronunciations. I'm really not that great at it, and most of you know I'm self-taught in horticulture up to this point. One reason I came to Colorado so I could pursue schooling in horticulture, so I'm actually currently going to college for this. I really like these too. These are ones I looked at earlier, actually wrote down on my sheet for class. Begonia boliviensis, groovy orange. I know I mispronounced that one a little bit. All right, let's see here. Oh, I think these ones were the winners. These were the winners from last year. So each year the winners from the last year they put into this garden. Look at the color on that. That is a pretty blue. I've just been enjoying my day. I've actually been up here since about noon and it's like 4 something right now. So I've really enjoyed the last 4 or so hours hanging out in giant gardens. So many good smells, so much wonderful. Look at that thing. South Pacific orange. That is pretty dope. Let's make our way down this way and get off this mulch. Technically, that's part of the beds. I should stay out of there. Zinnius Marigolds. Look at the head on some of these marigolds, man. They're breeding these things huge. Like, I don't have small hands, and that thing is the size of my whole palm. These things are cool too. What a unique looking flower, huh? So let's take a look over this way down some of these. Calabrochua. So pretty little bush flowers. Kind of short and fat and wide. You can see they're in like number 10 clay pots. Here, we'll skip a row. There's a lot going on here, so we'll go every other row and see what's going on. And I guess for reference in the future, just so everyone knows, it is the first week of September. So it is, you know, end of summer, headed towards fall here soon. So a lot of these are in full bloom. Some of these plants you'll be looking at today will have been, you know, spring or midsummer blooms and are kind of on their way out. But the majority of the garden's in really nice bloom right now. Look at all this color. These petunias are nice. That one's the bee's knees. Sorry if the screen's shaking a little bit. I'm using my cell phone, holding it by hand. Well, my favorite flower yet, the truck. I didn't know trucks were annuals. Super cal plant. It's pretty dope. Look at that. Good Lord. That is a super jet black, the tint of violet purple to it. That is an awesome petunia. Black Mamba number 3. Who makes this? Westall. I might have to buy some of those sometime. Grow those bitches in a pot. Put them all out front. Halloween time. Try to keep them flowered indoors for Halloween. Be pretty dope. Let's skip an aisle. We'll go down this one. I like this one anyways. Has a little different plants to it. Look at all these vining Thunbergia. I like this one. Flower structure on it is really nice. Like, we got lots we're missing over here too. Verbana. Oh shit, they got some veggies. Look at them peppers. Pepper Armageddon. Burpee seeds. Oh shit. We got a plant of emojis. Damn. Look at that emoji. Eggplant. Good Lord, them Asians got big eggplants. Whew. Kinda jealous. Someone just walked by and said, hey, that's stupid. That's a unique curvy one. Look at that beast. Nice eggplants. Some strawberries. Some more flowers that way. Let's go over this way into some of the shorter ones. Giselle Hot Pink Phlox. That is super bright pink. There's one I seen earlier I really liked too. That was a yellow. Over there, look at how bright this yellow is. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera coloration wise, but this yellow is almost neon yellow. It's really, really impressive how bright this color actually came out. Let's cut through the garden over here, work our way back that way, then we can go to the perennials. What do we got over here? Verbena. Well, can't skip these ones. Look at these purple. Look at that color purple. That's pretty. What's this stuff? Lascar Dark Violet Verbena. Geraniums. Geranium. I know we're filming this live too. I did have pretty good signal, but we are going through cell service, so hopefully you guys view is coming out pretty good on these. Dahlia, that's a pretty one too. There we go. Oh, it's a happy bee. Not happy now. I'm fucking with them. These ones are all mixed planters, so companies that make mixed seed planters, and they're trying to see how they'll look, how they'll grow within this climate type. This is kind of interesting to look at, because it'd be 2 or more plants in every pot here. See what else we got. Look at that combo. That's cool looking. These are cool too. I like these. You know how black the center of that is. Helianthus Sunfinity Yellow Dark Center. Syngenta seeds. Syngenta is a big company too. That's cool. Look at this one. It's got a bee on it. City Lights Red Dahlia. It's a uniquely dark plant too. We don't know. We're gonna go up here though, and then we'll cut into the middle and go around that way. I want to show you guys this row. These are such unique plants. Solenostemon. Look at the leaf coloration in some of these. Look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, this is a Coleus Heartbreaker. Coleus Dragonheart. Let's see. Oh, hey, cheers, people. Got people coming in. What other ones we got? I like these Coleus, though. There's one that's flowered up a little bit. Coleus Flamethrower Habanero. That's cool. Flamethrower Cajun Spice, a ball floral plant. There's some unique coloration on that one, too. That's awesome. Main Street Alligator Alley. Yeah, these Main Street Coleuses are my favorite, man. Look at what these guys are breeding into their colorations, man. Look at that. That is so freaking awesome. Look at this shit's bright hot pink. This one's got some unhealthy sections, but overall the color is cool on that too. Deep red. Like Tahoe salvia. Cool flowers. And for the second time, don't get on me about the taxonomy names. I am probably gonna fuck them up. Oh, look at there's a whole bunch of eggplant over here too. I didn't even see this earlier. More of that Asian Delight eggplant. Beastin'. Damn. Show me how you do that. Pan American seed though. I'm killing it. Autumn frost squash. Got a little one starting right there. Some bigger ones back there. I bet these veggies in here just get pollinated like crazy with all the bees around from all these flowers. Cottage lemon. Bracteantha. It's a nice little one. This one next to it's much nicer. Look at this one. Look at it in comparison. That's a Bracteantha. So is that Cottage Lemon, Grand Via Gold. Two different companies though. But who knows, this is in a full sun section of the garden too. Maybe that one's just not liking the full sun as much. This one is performing exceptional though. That's nice. I like the colors on that. Some more begonias over here. These things are cool. Which one's that one? Oh, that's the same one they had over there in the shade. This one's in full sun and it's doing well too. That's awesome. That's really cool to see. Oh, good Lord. Go saving lives. That's a hero right there. Hey, how's everyone doing? Nice to see people stopping in and out. Hope you guys are enjoying the view of the gardens. These Celosias are really cool too. Like, look at that. Look at how unique these flowers are. The most colorful damn thing you can probably grow. Look, come in multiple colors and shit too. Look at that one. That one's scarlet. Yellow improved. Bright yellow. What's this? Brainiac Raven Red, Celosia cristata. We got those in yellow and pink too. Not the happiest out here in this full sun though. They look a little beat up. Something about this environment they don't like. Luscious Royal Red Zone. Double Heuchera cherry. That's cool. That's a really cool zinnia. It's not the biggest, not the healthiest, but I really like the coloration to that one. The darkness in the pink It's like a red-pink mix. It's kind of unique. So yeah, now we're back over here. Let's make our way over there, and then over that way. Hey, Jay Blizz, what's happening, man? For those watching this live and coming in late, such as Mr. Jay Blizz, well, I mean, it's not like I announced it, but we are at Colorado State University's annual trial gardens, and we just got done walking through the entire annual section. In fact, there you go right there. So now we're going to walk down this way. And the smells coming out of this garden are so phenomenal. Like every other section of plants just has a different, unique flower smell to it. There's a bunch of onion style plants in the perennial one over there. Every time I move by that section, it's all like onions and green onions and all that shit. And every time I go by it, it's such a strong onion smell. It makes me hungry, actually. Oop, not crossing yet. People coming. Look, I got runned over. I better go to the corner like a good Samaritan. All right, let's see. Look this way. Look this way. Look this way. Look this way. Okay. Still alive. Make sure I don't get run over, people. No one this way? Okay, good. Whew. Check this out, too. I don't know what kind of research they're doing, unless it's just research of unsupported tomatoes, but it's pretty fucking cool. This is a research plant, and they have zero trellising or anything going on. Just everything is knocked the fuck over. Look though, this one got topped on a main stem. Did the others do that? I wonder if that has something to do with what they're trying to research. You don't top tomatoes like that. That's very unique. So who knows? All right, now we're over in the perennial gardens. Guinea Impatiens. I think some of these over here are still either annuals or they're, like I was saying earlier, they're perennials that are treated as annuals. At least over in this section. Most of this way, I believe, is perennial. These ones are roses that are obviously fairly young, probably planted last year or something. Not roses or some other shit. Not roses though. Helleborus. I don't know shit about Helleborus. I'll have to look that shit up. It's definitely not a rose though. That's Helleborus. Doesn't even look like a rose. There's some roses over there. There, somewhere over here. We'll get to them. I like the foliage on this plant. This shit is growing like crazy and loving it here. See, that's a Helleborus cross. This particular one for this northern Colorado climate, and we're in shaded area though. This is shaded almost all day. That's probably the sun line. That's a lot of growth. That shit looks awesome. You own the specialist book on the Alliaceae family? Garlic and friends, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, there's a ton of stuff. The annual garden alone gets well over 1,000 entries each year. So I don't know the exact number for this year, but they advertise that every year they get over 1,000, as though they've been doing it consistently for a while. And I know the garden started in the year 2000 and they have consistently grown since the beginning. So I don't know how many years they've been getting 1,000 plus, but unique garden, I'll tell you that. What, coral bells? Where are they at? Some Phlox Paniculata. Let's go over here. See, these ones obviously flowered in the spring or late summer and are now like, what the fuck? Ready to go into fall. It's still too hot out. Why is it 80 degrees? Veronica Forever Blue. So, as we said though, it's a trial garden, so you'll get quite a bit of stuff that is out of area or purposely put in an area to have, you know, out of condition just to see how it'll react, especially to the high UV light. That's one reason the seed breeders really like the trial gardens here at Colorado State. I mean, how many other trial gardens are at 5,000 feet or above to getting blasted with UV like this? This Coreopsis is cool too. Some of these are getting a little beat up from the sun, but overall, pretty cool flower. We get a bunch over there too. Hibiscus. These things, cannot lie, hibiscus got to be one of the prettiest flowers. Look at the size of that motherfucker. I can't get up there next to it because the closest flower is way in there. There's some more hibiscus over this way though. We'll look at quite a bit more. Look at the colors in these. Delphinium. If anyone's curious, these ones are growing really well too. So there you go. Sorry, didn't zoom out. Look at those hibiscus. We'll walk around to that side just to get a look at those. Here's some roses. There you go, Rosa Cherry Frost. Cherry Frost doing so. Actually, no, that one's doing better than these others. Look at these little rose bushes, short, stocky ones. I like them big vining rose bushes. A little more advantageous, a little faster growers. I had one like that in Vegas. Thing gets out of control on the side of the house. Hard to grow in Vegas, so kinda. You just, if they're climatized, roses will grow okay. Here we go. Here's some fucking hibiscus. Look at them. Just monsters. In fact, this one's right here. I can show you my hand. I can almost hide my whole hand behind that thing. Such beautiful flowers. Cannot complain about that. Anyone hungry? Campbell's condensed tomato soup. This is actually an art exhibit by a rather famous artist, Andy Warhol. There you go. If you want to read that, just pause the video and check it out. I'm gonna move on because there's a lot more garden, the rest of the perennial gardens down here on the other side of these bike racks. Rosa, a lot more roses here. Again, these perennial gardens, the trial goes for 3 years on this side, so some of these plants are planted this year, some of them the year before, some of them the year before that, and they'll be pulled out next year. They've only been doing the perennial garden for a few years, I believe, at least as a trial garden, but that's what they do. They do a 3-year trial on the perennials, and then they switch it out with a different cultivar after that. See a big weed? I wish, man. I've been looking. I don't think there's any cannabis in these gardens, unfortunately. They're fucking up. They should have cannabis over on the annual side, filling the whole little center circle of flowers. I bet a lot more people would visit. Especially in the fall. Come October, you'd have a lot of visitors. Let me see. Here's a lot of the trees and shrubs. Mainly the conifers. What do we got? Dwarf blue Rocky Mountain fir. Unique little plant. Nice. Such healthy plants though. It's what astonishes me a lot is how there's so much variety, yet 90+% of these plants are just super healthy. And a lot of them that aren't are because they're out of their zone or they're already done for the season, so they're starting to die back. I have seen a few plants, like I think this one might be one of them, that are just covered in powdery mildew. Gross. I'm getting out of there. I did, in fact, there was a plant over that way. I forget what it was. But whatever it is, I'm staying the fuck away from it because it had the thickest goddamn spider mite webbings on there. I was like, Jesus. Whole side of the plant was fucking ate away and half dead already. The other half of the plant was good. I was like, you know, I'll stay away from that one. And I've seen a little bit of thrip damage here and there on various plants. You can kind of see which ones get worse damage compared to others. But yeah, look at these palmy lilacs are just fucked. But that's not the normal. The majority of these gardens are just beautiful. Really beautiful plants. Mind you, they have so many different plants here. They don't use any sort of herbicides either. So I believe there are some systemic pesticides they use. I'm not 100% certain. You'd have to go to the CSU Trail Gardens website. Look at this. Heuchera sanguinea. Now that is a pretty flower. Good Lord, that's pretty. Even the bulbs on it. Look at the coloration of those bulbs before they open. That is cool. Throwing some late flowers, late summer, early fall flowers. Let's walk up here. This is a cool tree too. Look at this thing. I don't know what the hell kind of tree this is, but that's pretty awesome fucking nuts it grows. Am I all the way zoomed out? God damn it, zoom out. There we go. Sorry, that was kind of weird for a second. It was like half zooming and zooming right back in. There's another powdery mildew passion. I don't know what the hell the name of it is. That's just what I named it. B-U, B-bomb. Yeah. I don't even want to breathe near that. In fact, where's my corona mask? I need to put it on when I walk near those motherfuckers. Let's see. Got some nice plants, some lavender. I like lavandula species. I really do like lavenders. Now look at this. This is fucking dope. Heartthrob hibiscus from Walter's Gardens. This is probably the healthiest section of hibiscus in this entire garden. And look at the size of these blooms. Good freaking Lord. That is phenomenal. Such beautiful flower. Look at that black grass they got growing next to it. That's a really nice accent. In fact, that'd be pretty cool to have a garden with both those. And then one of those other mid-size annuals planted every year in between those dark ones. Which ones were they? I forget. They were way up on the far side. I think all the different flowers out here are getting my allergies a little bit though too. Got my nose going. Ever since I was smoking earlier, got smoke in my sinuses. Ever since then, I've been messed up. There's a ton of pollen around though. That's cool. I like that backdrop with the hibiscus and the tall grass behind it. pink ornamental onion. Looks like it's mainly finished flowering for the season, but very cool. I think the other onion area I was talking about is back that way somewhere. What's up? Doing all right. There's people in that little gazebo area back there. We'll leave that be. It has some really cool flowers on it though. Look at that grass right there. I want to go look at that. What the hell kind of grass we got growing 10, 12 feet in the air. I'm starting to get low battery too, guys, so we got to hurry this up. We're almost done though. We're right near the end. Like there's some more really pretty and healthy hibiscus. Oh shit, what did we find? Not weed, but similar weed leaf structure. Giant Chinese silvergrass. Look at that shit. So I think we found out what we plant in our garden to hide our weed plants. Just put a row of this shit on the front edge of your garden. Everything behind it, you are not gonna fucking see even from a helicopter. In fact, it's not a horrible idea. What is this again? Giant Chinese silvergrass. Gully greenhouse. Miscanthus floridalis. Miscanthus floridalis. Pretty damn cool grass. So yeah, that's the edge of the gardens, goes into other parts of campus that way. Let's go this way. That's beautiful. Stone crop, sedum, neon showy stone crop. Nice. The hell? We got shit hidden behind hidden. That odd little stone crop there, Autumn Joy, is doing pretty good in the partial shade behind that tall grass though. Some nice yellow flowers. What's that? That's for that little purple flower. This is what I wanted. Hollyhock. LCA rugosa. Of ACA family. Pretty cool plant. Cool. Yeah, some of these full sun perennials are not the happiest. I'm getting super low battery, guys. I think we're gonna have to say it quits. Let me come over here in the dark. All right, y'all. So I think that's it for me today, everyone. So definitely, as always, go check out the website, nbcmg.com. And make sure if you're ever in the Fort Collins area, you come check out these Colorado State University trial gardens, man. You see some of the newer cultivars that might hit the nurseries in the next few years, and see some really unique and cool shit about these plants. So, cool stuff. I'm glad you guys could come hang out with me, come for a little tour. Much love, much blessings. Gotta go. Peace.